Von Nacht and my space base, coming here from far away. Got into a perfect storm. The ship went down, not a good day. She crashed into an old graveyard. On the floor, garden side of town. The spaceship had a strange effect on the bodies underground. Uncle Edward saw where they hide, where no one would go. Now he showed the films about us in abandoned TV studios.
Good evening, I'm Nadia von Nacht, and I'm not sure where Uncle Edward is, but welcome to It Came From the Basement.
Oh, Nadia, hang on. Hello, I'm so sorry.
Uncle Edward,
Yes,
it is
my
not
dear.
like you to be late. Where in the heck have you been?
Oh, my dear.
More like, what have you been doing?
Well, Nadia, my dear, I was out, excuse me, the wall here. I was out with one of the basement beasts. I looked for something in one of the crypts that was kind of over by where your ship is. And suddenly we heard a strange noise, and the basement beast, he just took off, and there was kind of like a cloud of smoke, a pillar of smoke or something. Not sure what it was. I'm sure he'll be back soon if he's not already. But on my way back, walking back here to the basement, I kind of saw something off not far away that looked like something kind of big walking. I'm kind of moving around there just off the tree line. I'm not sure exactly what it was.
Hard telling about anything out there, Uncle Edward.
Well, that's true.
You know, there are still things that are operational in my ship.
Oh, very well, very well.
You don't act like it. Which I think is just from the weirdness from down here that is spilling out. And anyhow, although I hate to ask, what do you have for us tonight?
Oh, well, Nadia, so glad you asked.
Did I have to ask?
Tonight, Otto has a basement favorite loaded up and ready to go. This is a 1958 classic, or 1959 classic picture featuring, well, cool hot rods, barn dance, and a lovely giant lizard.
What are hot rods?
Hot rods, there's a couple different things, but they're, in this movie, they are cars that are souped up.
We didn't have those on my planet.
That's terrible. Actually, a lot of fun in those. I wouldn't mind having one myself. But along with the hot rods and barn dances, we have a giant lizard who tries to put an end to the hot rods and the barn dance.
Hot rods, barn dances, and a giant lizard.
Very cool stuff.
Are you talking about that little mishap at the town festival last year?
Oh, I almost forgot about that. But that guy,
I haven't.
well, that guy just had really dry skin and a little bit too much Jim Beam. But again, Nadia, that's kind of another story, not for the show tonight. Anyhow, what we have tonight comes from the great Ray Kellogg and Ken Curtis, and was originally intended to be part of a double feature with another basement favorite down here, which we have shown, called The Killer Shrews.
I still remember that one.
It's kind of hard to forget, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yes, my dear, but like I say, they are quite unforgettable, aren't they?
Oh, to say the least. Unforgettable, more like stuck in my head forever. And ever.
And what a lovely,
And ever.
And what a lovely head to be stuck
And
in.
ever. Yeah. Flattery. Bring it on.
Regardless, Otto's giving me the signal over there that he's ready back there.
Thank you, Otto.
Back there in the booth. So without any further ado, It Came From the Basement presents that 1959 B-grade public domain classic, The Giant Gila Monster. Roll it, Otto.
extremity of the West, there are still vast and virtually unexplored regions, bleak and desolate, where no human ever goes and no life is ever seen. It is as though the land had been posted by God. It is in these lonely areas of impenetrable forest and dark shadows that the Gila Monster still lives. How large the dreaded Gila Monster grows, no man can say.
Say, here come Gordy and Jenny.
Hey, gang.
Hey, what do you think?
Hey, you better cool that foot chest.
What's that?
Well, Spook will be charging you with an entertainment tax.
We're gonna charge us for everything else.
Hi, Spook.
Hi, Cap.
Hey, how are the new parts on the bomb?
Gordon?
Jenny?
Yeah.
Where's Pat and Liz? I thought we'd be the last ones here.
Yeah, they're probably out spooking around somewhere.
Maybe they broke down.
Not in his heap. I worked on it myself.
That wouldn't make any difference if he goofed a speed shift or something.
Yeah, and that squirrel is just the one that could do it.
He's got it.
Oh, wonderful. What kept you so long, Lisa? Oh, Mr. Wheeler smoked 2 cigars at the table after dinner, and I could not get at the dishes until it was through.
What time did Pat leave?
Pa did not come home for dinner. That's why his father was so upset.
Here's old man Harris.
Man, that fella has a jewel of a car.
Well, luck, man.
Yeah, well.
Hey! Oh, hi, Mr. Harris.
Harris.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, hello, fisherman.
You want to sell that deuce?
Why you fellers always after me to buy my car?
That 32 is the ideal stock to convert to a bomb.
Buying a car, son, is just like getting married or going to New York City. Everybody ought to do it once, but nobody ought to do it twice.
Hey, I can get you a good price on that.
Paid $695 for that car 26 years ago. 10 years ago, wasn't worth a dime. Last month, I turned down $100 for it. When it gets back up to $695 again, I'll sell it.
Oh, you think
That's
you
what
buy.
we should never sell.
Hey, Spook, Give me a snort of that there sody pop.
Hey, gang, you know this will be Lisa's first trip to a drive-in?
Oh, we have drive-ins in France, too.
Yeah?
Yes, I went twice with my brother on his motor scooter.
On a motor scooter. Now that's my idea of absolutely nothing to do.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, let's go.
Don't be too late.
We're gonna pull it on out. Hey, Chase. If the road's clear, I'll drag you to Bartonell's corner.
Oh, I can't. I'm driving barefoot.
You still running on that old rubber?
Yeah. Hey, Spook, when Pat and Liz get here, will you tell them that we went to the drive-in and for them to catch up? Thank you.
We sure will.
And I'll give you $150.
You're talking like my putz slings. Who do you think he's playing with, kids?
Sheriff,
What's the trouble, Mr. Wheeler?
Pat didn't come home last night.
He didn't?
No, evidently was out with Liz Humphreys. She didn't come home either.
Oh?
I want you to find out why. And don't leave a stone unturned in doing so. Do I make myself clear?
I understand, Mr. Wheeler. There weren't any wrecks reported last night. Your son, Pat, he's about 19, isn't he?
That's right.
Just a year older than I was when I got married.
You think they eloped? He wouldn't dare.
I didn't say that. But if they were out together all night, you better hope they have.
This is a missing persons report, and I want to know what you're going to do about it.
Well, I'll send in an APB on both of them and the car. I don't think it'll do much good if they went off to get married. They'd already be across the state line.
Well, if he got married, I'll wring his neck. If you ask me, it's that Chase Winston. He's older than the others. Sets them all wrong. Why, he's got more influence on Pat than I have.
Chase Winstead does more about keeping them in line than getting them in trouble, and I know. He's supported his mother and sister ever since his dad died on one of your drill rigs. Your son could take a page out of his book, Mr. Wheeler.
When I get through with my son, he won't have a book left. Now, you locate him or I'll have your job.
If you want to be the only peace officer in 10,000 square miles and 1,000 miles of road, you're welcome to it.
What a jerk.
I'll do everything I can to locate both of them, Mr. Wheeler.
Hi, Sheriff.
Hi, Sheriff.
Got a new set of wheels.
Yeah, new to me. That clunker I had, I'd be chasing you boys on a bicycle in a couple of days.
Oh, come on, Sheriff. Outside of Pat Wheeler, we haven't had a ticket in our gang in 8 months.
Oh, I was just kidding.
What's the mileage on it?
Oh, about 35,000. County bought it from the state. Those lucky stiffs on highway get a new car every year.
Let me have it for a couple of days and I'll tune it up for you.
Oh, you choke it off so I could never catch you.
You couldn't catch that deuce of mine right now. Now, let me have that patrol car. I'll turn it into a slingshot that'll catch anybody.
We'll make a deal.
Nope, Pat and Liz aren't back there.
Hey. Just between us, Liz Humphreys and Pat Wheeler didn't get home last night.
Oh. They were supposed to meet us at the drive-in, but they didn't show up. We wondered what happened.
Were they in any kind of trouble?
What do you mean?
You know.
Drugs, prostitution, all the fun stuff.
No, I don't think so.
Chase, level with me.
I'm almost positive they weren't in any trouble. I'd know.
Do you think they might have run off to get married?
Well, they've been going steady for over a year now. And I know they talked about it, but... No, not like for right now.
Did Pat have any money stashed?
Yeah, some.
Like how much?
Well, he was talking about getting a new blower and a mill. That's about $500.
Where did he get that kind of money?
He saved it. His old man gives him a good allowance when he's not mad at him.
What bank does he use?
None. He's afraid his dad would find out.
He could have been saving it to get married, couldn't he?
It's his money. I guess he could do whatever he wants with it. But you know, if he eloped, his old man had put him down flat.
I know. But Pat's smart enough to provide for himself till the old man cooled off.
Pat's the only one of the gang I couldn't slow down. Did you check the hospitals?
Yeah. Where could I find the rest of the gang?
Well, I don't know about Bob and Gordy, but Chuck and Rick went over to Easton. They wanted to check with the Wheel Cats about next Saturday night's platter party.
Next Saturday night?
Yeah.
You warn the gang I'll be cruising that pass that night. No dragging.
Okay, I'll tell them.
If you get any postcards from those two, let me know.
Hi, Sheriff.
Hi, Kelly. Howdy, Eb.
Hello, Sheriff.
I don't have any word for you, Miss Humphreys.
She's a good girl, Sheriff. I ain't worried.
How come you drove around the truck all night then?
You don't think she might have eloped, do you?
Could be. She's pretty close-mouthed about her affairs.
Ma, the likes of Wheeler, ain't marrying our kind of folks.
You don't have a phone, so I just dropped around to let you know I'm doing everything I can.
We know that, Sheriff, and we sure do appreciate it.
Sorry Elizabeth put you to so much trouble.
It's never any trouble looking after kids.
Let me know if I can help, Sheriff.
Thanks, Eb.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Goodbye.
We ever got to go quit worrying this way. We've got to trust in the Lord. We've got to pray.
Horace?
Morning, Sheriff.
Let me smell your breath. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Hello there, Uncle Edward.
Hello, Brunhilde.
Nadia.
Brunhilde, it's good to see you again.
You too. I think there's something there outside the basement. It's really something big.
Oh, goodness sakes. You saw something? Any idea what it was, Brunhilde?
I'm not really sure.
Uncle Edward, you haven't been doing anything in that lab of yours again, have you?
No, Nadia, I haven't been actually back in the lab for some time. Besides, like I say, we were just outside around your ship.
Uncle Edward, you know you have to be careful around there. I still don't know all the ways that my planet's technologies will interact with stuff around here. You don't listen to me when I tell you that.
Well.
So what are we watching tonight?
Oh, Brunhilde, so glad you asked.
You're getting him out of trouble.
Tonight we are presenting the 1959 classic, The Giant Gila Monster.
Oh yeah, Ray Kellogg and Ken Curtis. I love this one.
Thought you would.
You can't be serious. This is just another cheesy freak of nature, giant monster, shoestring budget, drive-in movie flick.
I love those. They don't make them like they used to.
No, certainly, Brunhilde. Even though the creature cast as the giant Gila monster is actually a Mexican beaded lizard, I think the part was well cast. As noted before, this film was intended to be shown as a double feature with The Killer Shrews, and unlike many such features produced in the South, with accents hard for other parts of the country to digest, these films actually received national distribution and didn't do too bad.
Oh, unbelievable.
Yes, Nadia. It is unbelievable that this one ended up in the public domain. It's so great.
Yes, as a matter of fact, ladies, and on a budget estimated to be only around $138,000 for what this movie was made for.
That's not what I meant.
Well, Nadia, I know you're excited, so yeah, I can tell it. So let's get back to the Giant Gila Monster.
More Gila Monster.
That's the spirit, Brunhilde. Roll it, Otto.
Hi, Chase.
Hi.
Did you get that diesel tractor fixed?
Yeah, she's all set.
Good. My boy, that's one trip I'm glad I don't have to make very often.
The stuff heavy? I'll help you unload.
No, not heavy. It's hot.
You mean stolen?
Wheeler's sinking another oil well and he's afraid of fire when he comes in. There's 4 quarts of nitroglycerin out there in that cap. He wants us to keep it out back in the storehouse.
You know, last winter when number 21 came in, I made $100 with that stuff. Dad showed me how to use it. It's not so bad, as long as it doesn't get nervous.
Well, I'm sorry I was so late getting back. But with that cargo, I was afraid to do over 5 miles an hour.
Oh, it's not so dangerous as long as it's in a nitro case.
But I took these out of the case.
Holy smoke. You're lucky to be standing here talking about it. I'll put it in the shed.
Much action this afternoon?
Sheriff got a new patrol car. We'll get a tune-up job out of that.
Is that nitro safe out there?
Well, if it decides to blow, it's not safe anywhere. I'll get it.
That's not our range.
No, it's the sheriff's. If there's been a wreck, I get a tow job out of it.
He's kind of kinky
also have to
that
deal with
way.
the ambulance if someone's hurt.
You work all the angles, don't you, Chase?
Mr. Compton, I have to.
Hello, Sheriff?
Yes?
About 12 miles out beyond the red schoolhouse, a car has run into the ditch.
Oh?
Yeah, it's a pretty bad wreck.
What kind of a car?
Oh, it's a sedan, a Pontiac, I believe. Someone could have been hurt pretty bad. Maybe we should get out there pretty quick.
Did you stop and investigate?
There's been a wreck 12 miles out of town. Where's the wrecker?
Home. I used the A-frame to build a doggone rock garden. Look, you take your car and keep the city wreckers off. I'll get our wrecker and follow you.
I wondered who was on that party line a while ago.
Well, it cost me to get on that line with you. I figured since it was on your call station anyway, you wouldn't care.
Yeah. This is a pretty good one.
Yeah.
This engine's still warm.
Say, did you see the skid marks out here? They go at a direct right angle to the direction of travel.
Enter your own skid mark jokes here.
Yeah. No digs in the macadam either. Somebody was hurt in here. There's blood all over the upholstery. Let's take a look around.
I've already looked around. There's nobody here.
Real good?
Yeah, real good. Well, maybe somebody came by and picked them up. It could have been the people that called in.
No. They'd have said something.
Then why didn't they wait?
People will go to the trouble to report an accident, but they won't stay around. Don't want to fill out the reports.
So, what do you do now?
Well, I'll take the license number and engine number. Call headquarters. Maybe they've got a line on them. Chase, how are your headlights?
Fine. Just fine.
Both of them burning? How many times have I warned you about getting that headlamp fixed?
Twice. But the first time it was just a suggestion.
Seal beam only costs $4.
Well, I've had some unexpected expenses.
Oh? Missy?
Yeah, the doctor said she'd be able to start walking again pretty soon, and took all the money I had to make a part down payment on her braces.
You know, I think this is a complete washout. You probably got a screwdriver. I don't think the insurance company had missed one of those headlamps.
Maybe you just wanted to bum a smoke, eh?
Well, I got the whole story. The car was stolen out of state, and the plates were stolen in state. So whoever stole it had beat it, hurt or not, as long as they could navigate.
Well, is there anything else I can do here, Sheriff? If not, I'll get this on back to the garage.
No, go ahead. Chase, will you give me a hand? I want to take some pictures of those skid marks. You stand by them for a scale.
Sure, glad to, Sheriff.
Good. Trouble, Chase?
I don't know, Sheriff. Take a look. It was just sitting here.
Probably fell off of a car.
No scratches on it.
Well, maybe it landed in a bush.
No, as thin as that imitation leather is, even a bush would take some of it off.
Was it just like that when you found it?
Yeah, straight up.
Probably belonged to some hitchhiker. Or it might have belonged to the fellow that stole that car and wrecked it. Say, look at this. Half a pack of cigarettes, one unlit.
Ah, there's where the smokes went to. Darn.
That suitcase don't belong to any car thief. He was around here too long. I'll take it in. I'll put it in the car for you. Somebody will be around to claim it. See you later, son.
Right, Sheriff. Hey, what's with the coat bed? I got your phone call.
When I was serving dinner to Mr. Wheeler, he became very angry. He said if I saw you again, he would have me sent back to France.
He can't do that.
Oh, yes, he can. He's my sponsor. He put up the bond.
That was to guarantee that you wouldn't become a ward of the state. Now, we don't have to worry about that. You know how to speak English well enough to get a job anywhere.
He said it's immoral for me to go out with you. What's immoral about?
Nothing.
I don't want to go away, Chase.
I'm just getting used to shaving my pits.
I think it's your fault that Pat ran away.
Ling, think whatever he wants to think. Shouldn't take it out on you. But we hadn't better take any chances. You go back inside. And look, don't worry. Everything's going to be okay.
All right? All right. Dad, I'm superb. 7 to a box, no corners. I'm a roundhouse.
Sorry I asked, Mr.
Smith. Horatio Alger Smith.
Sorry I asked that, too. How'd you get in the ditch? You fall asleep?
Oh, no. There was this big pink and black thing drove right in front of me. It had stripes this wide.
Sure. Look, you come up and sit in my truck, and I'll get your car out.
Okay, that sounds like a good deal. Who knows, maybe we can...
Hey, man, you can't drive this car. Fender's cutting the wheel.
Sure I can. The motor works, see? Well, thanks for everything, Dad. You're a cotton-picking prince.
Okay, just a second. I'll get out of the way. What is it?
Move over, Dad. I want to pass.
What is it now?
I think you better give me a tow, Dad. The steering wheel won't work.
Okay. You take a nap.
My baby, she rocks and rolls and rocks whenever she walks. My baby, she rocks and rolls and rocks whenever she talks.
Anyone who's ever had a hangover
My baby's a
knows that's
rock and
cruel
roll
and
and
inhumane.
and never know and always blowing, baby. My baby, she swings and sings and swings whenever I bring her things. She swings and sings and swings for little diamond rings. Swing and sing and bells are ring and happy fling and pleasure bringing, baby. My baby, she rocks and rolls and rocks whenever she walks. My baby, she swings and sings and swings whenever I bring her things. A rock and roll and tippy-toe and ever know and always glow and swing and sing and bells are ring and happy fling, pleasure bringing, baby.
Good afternoon, Mr. Smith.
Like, man, guys have had their heads chopped off for a lesson there.
For what?
For feeling so doggone good when I feel so bad. How'd I get here, anyway?
I told you in this morning, remember?
As a matter of fact, I remember very, very little.
You said somebody ran you into the ditch, but I didn't see any other cars.
How'd you ever get me in that bed, anyway?
I carried you in there, and I sat on you till you fell asleep.
That must have been quite a chore.
You wouldn't have gotten very far in your condition.
Well, look, I really appreciate it,
Chase Winstead.
Chase. And by golly, how much I owe you?
Well, I bent the fender out from the wheel. Want me to fill it in and touch it up for you?
No, I don't think so. I'll get that done when I get back to the city.
Here, have some coffee.
Oh, great.
How about $2?
Man, this coffee's worth $2 all by itself. How about the tow?
No, I was coming this way anyway. I missed out on a little studying time. Make it $3.
Dad, you go to school?
Sort of. I take a correspondence course in engineering.
Well, look, I really feel indebted to you, and I'd like to do something to pay you back. Now, next time you're into town, there's my card. Look me up, will you?
All right, will do.
Okay. Oh, and by the way, buy yourself a sponge rubber hammer, man.
All right, I will.
I'll see you, Chase.
Thank you.
Steamroller Smith, the disc jockey. Mr. Smith! 220s. How about that?
The character of disc jockey Horatio Alger Steamroller Smith was a real disc jockey named Ken Knox, who was working at a rail station in Texas owned by Gordon McClendon, who was actually the uncredited executive producer and financier of tonight's film. Also, members of McClendon's family appear in various roles in the film.
Imagine that, having family members appear in your own shows.
Oh, Uncle Edward, what exactly is a disc jockey? We didn't have those on my planet either.
I wondered about that, Nadia. But I hate to say it, but that's a good question. You see, back in the day when music was played on the radio, it came from records, which were round things that you know when we called them discs. And the disc jockeys, were also called DJs, played the records and announced the songs and stuff like that. Why, even your Uncle Edward spent a bit of a time as a disc jockey on WRVG in Georgetown, Kentucky.
Disc jockeys must make a lot of money.
Yeah, wasn't that a Cadillac he was driving?
And wasn't $40 considered a good bit of cash back in the 1950s? Is that what you told me?
Well, yes,
I'm trying to
that's
remember.
true. There's the thing called inflation. $40 isn't what $40 is
Yeah.
now. But back in the 50s, Nadia, there was a thing called payola, actually, where record companies would pay disc jockeys lots of money to play certain records over other records. Well, the government said that this was illegal, and now most disc jockeys drive smaller, older cars, but also drink too much, I think anyhow.
I went to a club and there was a guy there that was a disc jockey.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know what a disc jockey was. But he didn't seem anything like Steamroller Smith.
Probably not. The Steamroller Smith, or Ken Knox, was the type of DJ that was actually what was known as a radio personality. These were a lot more prevalent in the 50s up to, well, I guess the 1970s, but sadly not so much now.
What happened to them, Uncle Edward?
Well, there are a lot of reasons, Brunhilde. With the growing popularity of music videos and VJs, as they became called in the 1980s, well, without saying, many of them just had really what you would call a face for radio.
So, like that one song that goes, "Video killed the radio star."
Exactly, my dear.
Hey, they could have gone into horror hosting.
But the guy I say wasn't jockeying any disc.
Oh, really?
But wait, I did see him popping some little blue pills in his mouth when I got close to him at closing time. Would those count as disc?
Well, Nadia, times change. From the 45s and LPs that previous generations have mostly been replaced, of the previous generation have mostly been replaced by hard drives, satellite feeds, and internet connections. Kind of sad, really, when you think about it. No more spinning the wax or playing the platters that matter. But even in those days, disc jockeys would host local platter parties and sock hops.
Huh. Wax, platters, socks.
Yes.
Clean or dirty? I've no idea what those have in common, or even what you're talking about. You have lost me tonight, I tell you.
Okay, all you cool cats and kittens, let's get moving and grooving and get back to tonight. It came from the basement feature, the Giant Gila Monster. Roll it, Otto.
That explains your brief career in radio.
Well, thank you, Bruno.
Sheriff? Howdy, son. Have you heard anything from Pat and Liz?
No, nothing.
Chase, I'm in a jam, and I need your help. Wheeler swings a big enough stick in this country to make it rough, and he's doing it. Oh, I can understand his concern about Pat, but I just don't have a big enough force to comb this area inch by inch.
Is he demanding that?
There was a man killed in a wreck in a small canyon in a big city last year, and it took them 19 days to find him. I don't know what they expect of me.
Yeah, I remember that. Well, look, Sheriff, maybe I can get tomorrow off, and I'll get the gang, and we can go out and search that pass. At least you can put that in your report.
I was hoping you'd say that. I can start at the upper end and work towards you. Can I have your help in another matter?
Sure, what?
You remember how those skid marks just went at right angles to the direction the car was traveling?
That's right, they did.
Headquarters think I'm nuts.
Well, then they're nuts. Didn't you send them that picture?
Well, I'm not the world's greatest photographer.
I'm no Irvin
Pictures didn't
Call.
come out. Can't see the skid marks on the blacktop.
Well, that's what happened. I even wiped up the rubber dust with my fingers.
You might have to sign a statement to that effect for me.
You got it. Look, you can even see the bald spots on the tires where they went sideways.
Yeah, that's the spot, all right. But there's another thing that puzzles me.
Yeah, what?
How those tires got off of that car and almost on yours.
Magic tires, that's
Well,
out.
look, on this wreck, they'd rot. And on my rod, they could prevent a blowout. Maybe even an accident.
Well, take good care of them in case the owner shows up.
Right.
See you tomorrow.
Right.
Let's call it a day. We've covered half the roads in this county.
Yeah. How about that ravine? That runs along here for about 8 miles. We'll start from here and you come from the other end.
All right.
Right.
Maybe some French food. Slowly I crept, inch by inch.
Sure is beat down around here. Look at that.
What is it, Chet?
Looks like an animal of some sort drug something along here.
You mean a wild animal here?
Sure, could be anything, even a mountain lion. Oh, come on.
Ouch, I got a tree caught in my leg. Here, little teenagers.
Thirsty?
Yes, but haven't we gone far enough, Chase?
I wouldn't drink that if I were you.
Ooh, that's bitter. Must have an awful lot of mineral in it.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's take a breather first.
Chase, I don't like this place. Let's go back.
Are you afraid? Now, you come on over here with me and sit in the shade and I'll enjoy it.
Give her a little tongue for me. More horny teenagers, huh?
Found something. Come on, let's go.
It's Pat's car at the bottom of the wash. 2 or 3 miles back by the old reservoir.
Were they in it?
No, nothing.
Drive me back to my car and I'll bring up the record.
I wonder what that was.
Oh, probably just a little rock slide.
For some reason, this place gives me the creeps. It always has.
Sorry, that was the hitchhiker I had for dinner last night.
Lisa! Turn the motor on. The winch is already engaged. Now, if I yell, turn the key off.
Okay.
And if I scream, something went terribly wrong.
Okay? Go ahead. Go ahead. Give it some more. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Atta girl, keep it going. Keep it going, you're doing fine. Atta girl, keep it going. You're doing fine. You did fine, honey.
A little beat up, but it'll tow all right.
Yeah. We'll meet you back at the garage, okay?
Okay, let's go, Jenny.
If only I had longer legs. Damn. You kids got away this time, but next time we'll just see. Haha.
See you later.
Where did you find it?
By the reservoir and Williams Wash. They weren't in it. No sign of blood or anything. You know, I think they were thrown clear.
Did you search the area?
Yeah, Gordy went down the ravine for about a mile and... Oh, he looked beyond the wreck for a couple of 100 yards. Wouldn't you say, Gordy?
At least that far.
Did you see any footprints?
No, none.
This thing's been around just about the same as that sedan. Like it had been hit with a 10-ton rubber mallet.
It's a pretty rough trip down that cliff. That could have done it.
Yeah. I'll have to go over that area with a rake.
You know, I've been thinking, if Liz and Pat had have eloped, they wouldn't have taken his car, because old man Wheeler'd have it traced right off.
Well, maybe he stored it, Chase, and then it was stolen.
Yeah, if it was stolen and somebody parked it there, well, the brakes could have faded and it rolled off the edge.
It would be a strange coincidence if they came back to this part of the county. Possibility makes some sense, though. I'll get my gear and dust for fingerprints. Gosh, I wish you boys would have called me before you drug it out. I might have found some clues to help us out.
Yeah, we're all sure about that.
The hard part's telling Mr. Wheeler. I sure dread that.
It's not like we found them there.
He's sure gonna raise Ned, because I didn't find this wreck sooner. Where's Mr. Compton?
Oh, he went down to the field with a load of fuel oil. Back in 2 or 3 hours. I'm gonna close out.
I'll see you later.
If only in my dreams.
No, if I ever commit some major crime, that sheriff there is the one who I hope investigates.
With some of the movies Uncle Edward shows here, Brunhilde, I sometimes wonder if he isn't committing assault on our better taste.
Well, speaking of tasty treats, it's now intermission time.
Tasty treats?
Well, besides tasty teenagers and half-baked hitchhikers, let's see what kind of yummy goodness and goodies Otto has queued and ready for our taste-tempting intermission. Roll it, Otto.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Hey! They're ready, folks.
For refreshment that is great.
If it's early or it's late,
It's Orange Crush,
Orange Crush, the drink that's extra good.
fresh fruit flavor.
That's for me, it tastes better.
Naturally,
Orange Crush,
get some right away.
Visit our refreshment stand right away for delicious Orange Crush and all kinds of good things to eat.
Our hamburgers are the finest. Quality beef expertly prepared for extra deliciousness. Treat yourself royally right now. What a hamburger.
What is that? It's a Sorex cericidae.
Looks like a small rat.
Shrews as small as rats, perfect for scientific experiments, until they began to grow and grow into things.
They must eat 3 times their own weight in food every 24 hours or starve.
There are 200 or 300 giant shrews out there. Monsters weighing between 50 and 100 pounds.
That's as big as a full-grown wolf.
Blood-curdling, horrifyingly poisonous monsters.
It was the livestock. The shrews got into the barn.
The wildest of flesh eaters, threatening all mankind. Your flesh will crawl with fear at their nearness.
The shrews were out there. I couldn't take a chance.
Kicks, the vivid and shocking portrayal of modern youth who grow up too soon and live it up too fast. Wild for Kicks, the daring motion picture that takes you behind the scenes in a world where anything goes. A world of beat girls and defiant boys. Wild for Kicks. Introducing singing star Adam Faith and the new screen sensation Gillian Hills, with a supporting cast of new and exciting young stars.
Dynamite.
Hey, there's a train coming. Let's play chicken on the road.
Wild for Kicks, starring David Farrar as the man with the problem daughter. Beautiful French star Noelle Adam as the new and very loving wife. And Christopher Lee as the man who makes a living from a striptease clip joint. It's wild, wild, wild. Wild for Kicks, a motion picture that will leave you breathless.
Nicole! Come back!
Hello, yes, listen. A young girl just left here, alone.
Don't be frightened. We won't hurt you.
Let me out.
I'm afraid that is quite impossible. I need you.
You need me?
Yes.
Impossible.
Now let's get back to some explosive entertainment with the Giant Gila Monster. Oh, and I understand that Chase is going to sing a little song for us. Oh, Uncle Edward, do we really have to?
No, Nadia, it's not that bad.
Oh, all right, but don't say I didn't warn you folks. Let me tell you. So get ready to laugh, children, laugh, and suffer through this. I hate to say this, but roll it, Otto.
I like them crispy sometimes, you know?
I'm off. Sorry I'm late.
Now, Chase, Wednesday. Just a minute, not so fast there.
What for? Did you ever play football?
With the Green Bay Packers.
I...
Oh, please, put me down.
No, not till you tell me what's going on.
All right, if you close your eyes.
I don't know what's happening, but they're closed.
Keep them closed.
Closed. This is silly.
Now, open.
Look what Lisa got me. Stay there, Chase. Watch. Stay there, Chase. I can get up. Stay there.
That was wonderful, baby. Just wonderful.
I've been practicing all afternoon, ever since Lisa brought the braces over. And it worked all the way, twice. I want to do it right for you.
Did he just pick up a ukulele? Oh, this is going to get bad, isn't it?
There was a mushroom, sad little mushroom. There was a meadow, ready to cry. There was a sparrow, gray little sparrow. There was an eagle, silent and high. And the Lord said, laugh, children laugh, the Lord said laugh, children laugh, the Lord said laugh, children laugh, the Lord said laugh, laugh, laugh. Then the Lord, he said, I created for you a world of joy from out of the blue. And all that is left to complete the joy, just the laugh of a girl and boy. Yay, 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 yay. And there was a garden, beautiful garden, held in the arms of a world without joy. And then there was laughter, wonderful laughter, for he created a girl and a boy. And the Lord said, oh, laugh, children laugh, the Lord said, 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 laugh.
And we said, why, Chase, why?
Laughing's important, isn't it, Chase?
Oh, it sure is. And you know, I never felt any more like laughing than I do right now. I didn't think you'd be able to do that good in a week.
Didn't you, really?
Honest. But you know, you're going to have to work real hard. And you mustn't be disappointed if it takes a long time. Okay?
That's enough for one day, Missy. It's your bedtime.
Do I have to, Chase?
You sure do. Show me how you can walk.
Good night, Lisa.
It was a wonderful thing for you to do, Lisa.
I wanted to.
Now you're broke, aren't you? I was going to pick him up in the morning.
I know. When you showed me that money, I was afraid you'd get there first.
Well, I'm still going to pay you for it.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Hello. Yeah, Sheriff. Well, you should have been back an hour ago. No. Where? That's awful. No, it couldn't be Mr. Compton. All right. But at the garage? All right, I'm leaving now.
What is it, Chase?
It's a wreck, an oil truck. It could be Mr. Compton. Honey, I'm awfully sorry, but I've got to leave.
Here he comes now, Sheriff. Come on.
Wait a minute, Sheriff. You got a sore foot.
Oh, no. We can take my Model A. She's all shiny and bright.
No, we'll take my car.
Come on, Harris.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it, but I sure heard about it.
Can I open this thing up?
Yeah, go ahead. up the drag. Be careful, it's pretty hot.
He's not in it.
He may have been hurt and crawled away. Let's look around. Come on, Harris. Okay. Thompson! Mr. Thompson!
Find anything, Sheriff?
Let's go over this again. How did you get into the act?
I told you once.
Well, tell me again.
I forget important details.
I was barreling along in my Model A. She don't look like much now, but she was a beauty when I first got
The
in.
accident.
It'll go, though. Get up to 60.
The accident. Just the accident.
Well, I'll tell you.
I wish you would.
This feller seen the headlights coming up the grade towards him, and all of a sudden they commenced to going over and over, then blew it. Bloy! She blew up. Well, he seen somebody is in a mite of trouble, so he come in the store talking about it. That's when I offered to call you.
Did you get the name of the witness?
No.
Did he see anything else?
Nope.
Do you want to wait in the car for us?
Nope.
Well, you're going to anyway.
Okay, Sheriff, okay. Like you say, always obey the law. Do this, do that. Somebody tells you no, somebody...
Any luck, Chase?
No, nothing.
Pat and Liz might have eloped, but Compton ought to be around here.
Maybe he's in the hospital.
No. I checked there before I left my place. Would Compton have any reason to want to get lost?
No, none that I can think of.
You would have no reason to know about this, but there's been a lot of livestock missing lately. One here, one there. That doesn't make headlines, but now it's people.
You think there's a tie-up?
I don't know. What we need is a criminal investigator, and headquarters won't send one down here.
Well, maybe they will now.
Yeah, maybe. Did you notice those skid marks? Just like the others, straight across the road.
More skid marks yet.
They'd been hit by another vehicle, the paint had been knocked off. What batters a car around like it was a toy?
How's the barn coming along for the party? All right. I'll be done in about an hour or so. Say, you and Chase sure got off light. You took off this morning. You've just been sitting around here on your can all day long. That barn was a place to clean. You get the hi-fi set up? Yeah.
Well, you steamboats and dreamboats,
That's Steamroller
sturdy
Smith.
on another session
Keep
of
'em
the old
low.
steamroller here at KILT. If any of you round rocks get lonesome for my voice, I'll be emceeing a platter party tonight out at Hargitay's barn on Route 43. Drop in. I'll flatten you.
Hey, man, that's us. We got the steamroller coming out.
That's where Chase has been all day, getting steamrolled.
This'll be a blast.
How about that guy?
Say, little man, you sure had a busy day. Getting that paint job and Steamroller Smith.
Now, how'd you guys find out about Steamroller Smith?
Well, he just said so on his program. Said it right out over the network.
Well, I wanted it to be a surprise. Well, come on, don't spread it around, huh? How are the preparations coming?
Oh, that'll be finished about 45 minutes. The gang won't start arriving from East until 9:30.
We're under the wire with time to spare.
No sweat.
Nadia von Nacht. Space Babe. Giving Uncle Edward a hard way to go sometimes. Here in the basement. You know, Nadia, this talk about something big out there is kind of not sitting well, particularly after watching this.
Oh, that again, Uncle Edward. It's probably just everyone's imagination getting away with them.
Well, better safe than sorry, perhaps, but I'm going to try to contact a friend of mine who spends a lot of time out there in the woods outside the basement. Otto, can you get me in contact and patch me through to Bruce out there? Okay. Thanks, Otto. Okay, Otto, I think I hear something on the line here. Bruce? Bruce, hello, Bruce. This is Uncle Edward. Can you hear me?
Good day, Uncle Eddie. How you going?
Just fine, Bruce. I was kind of concerned, all of us were kind of concerned here in the basement, I guess, about something we've been hearing regarding something strange maybe going on out there. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary out there?
I was just out here putting some bangers on the barbie. One of my mates, he did think he saw something, but he's kind of got kangaroos on the paddock anyhow.
What did he think he saw?
Hey, Jack. Jack. Hey, did anyone seen Jack? What? He's gone to the dunny. Ah, bugger. Well, he's got to be around here somewhere.
You don't think anything has happened to him, do you?
No, mate. I reckon he just popped off to get some stubbies. We had some tinnies in the esky that he just didn't like. But no worries, mate.
Oh, okay, but if you do see anything out there, please let all of us know here in the basement, Bruce.
All right, Uncle Eddie. No worries, mate. He'll be back shortly, I'm sure. Good night.
So is everything okay?
It would seem so, Nadia. I guess we'll go back to our feature here on It Came from the Basement. The Giant Gila Monster. Roll it, Otto.
Oh, I hate the ground you walk on, little darling, for all them things that you have did to me. Oh, you nagged me till you're hoarse, so I'm a-suing for divorce. Little darling, I'll forget your memory. Hey, Grib, it's good. Come on, Cassie Bell. Let's go.
What happened to the first train? Ouch, I'll feel that in the morning. The amazing changing engine. It's a regular smorgasbord.
That's the same story the man down here told me.
The guy gets around.
Something real strange must have happened down there.
He's the one with the big...
Oh, yeah. He'll be handy if you want him.
Not me personally.
Right. Sit down, Harris.
You be going down to the wreck, Sheriff?
No, that's not in my territory. Headquarters already have a report. The troopers will take care of that. Harris, tell me again about the train wreck.
Well, I was driving along quite like in my Model A. Bought it in 32 for six.
Just a minute. I ask you what time it is, and you tell me how to build a clock. Just the facts about the wreck.
Well, I was driving along quite like it.
The wreck.
Then I turned around and come back down here and told you about it.
Give me your keys, Harris.
Keys? My keys? What for?
For spinning a yarn like that and driving while drunk.
I demand a sobriety test.
That does it. Go lock yourself up.
I demand a sobriety test because I ain't been drinking. Well, at least that's not heavy. Whatever you think's right. Which way is the south? Which way, sir? Well, you can't win them all, can you, Sheriff?
Call your wife if you want to, Harris.
Why? Are you crazy, Sheriff?
My baby, she rocks and rolls and rocks whenever she talks. My baby's a rock and roll. Hey, you gonna leave home?
It's your singing. I can't take it anymore.
Right. Will you take me over?
Well, I don't know, Missy. Gosh, that's 2 or 3 miles out of my way. And... Oh, sure, we will.
Chase, what in the world have you done to that car of yours?
It's a new fuel mixture. You like it?
I just barely touched the gas pedal and the back wheel started to spin. Why, I was 2 blocks down the road before I even knew I'd left home.
Come on, Mom. I'm just trying to make a hot rodder out of you. I'll get it. Hello. Yeah, hello, Sheriff. A what? Book on reptiles? Yeah, I guess I still have it around here somewhere. Yeah, sure. I have to take Missy over by the Blackwells. I'll stop by on my way to pick up Lisa. Okay?
Well, now I'm going to tell you something you don't know. I've been talking to a zoologist. And the Gila Monster's size is controlled, like everything else, by a sort of a thyroid or pituitary gland. Sometimes a change in diet can throw the balance all out of whack. Either the cells break down too fast or build up too slow. And this upset makes either runts or giants out of them.
Good, but what's that mean to me?
Well, I'm coming to that. The zoologist also told me about a doctor who just found the bones of some huge animals down in Tanganyika.
Wherever the hell that is.
And the theory was that they lived in kind of river delta country, and certain salts had washed into the valley, been absorbed by the plants, and then transferred to the animals, causing them to be giants. Well, yeah, I know. I probably sound a little bit like Harris, but let me tell the whole thing in my own words. There was another report out of Russia or the Ukraine. It was in the paper a couple of months ago. Maybe you saw it. About a baby that weighed 130 pounds when it was 10 months old and was taller than its mother.
Grew up to be a giant.
Yeah, and that same thing could happen right here. Did you see any footprints around any of those wrecks?
No. Gila Monster footprints?
Yeah, a big one, about the size of a bus.
Oh, come on. Are you serious?
Well, I don't know. But Harris saw it, and some of the survivors of the train wreck saw it. A giant lizard.
Train wreck? Where?
At the bridge over Wilson's Wash.
When?
Tonight, about an hour ago. The troopers were inclined to pass it off as shock or optical illusion. And you can't always believe what Harris said.
A Gila Monster. Pink and black stripes. You know, I towed a guy in the other day, and he said he'd been forced off the road by something like that. I didn't believe him because he'd been drinking.
And another thing, when we were looking for Pat's car, we saw where something had been drugged down the wash. You know, if they could have gotten that big, they could have knocked Mr. Compton's truck off that road. They could have gotten him.
I shouldn't have told you about this until after the party, but I just thought you'd want to know.
Hadn't we better warn everybody?
No. It operates in and around the wash. Troopers have got that staked off for a couple of miles. Just keep it to yourself. It might cause panic.
Okay, Sheriff, whatever you say.
Try and forget it for now and have some fun, will you, boy?
All right, hold it. Hold it, all you jumping beans. Now, I got a surprise for you. We got the king of the DJs. Now, you've all heard him on his platter show on KILT. That's right.
Ouch.
Okay, your old dad here has some small words and some great records. I want you to have a ball tonight. Let's begin with one of the top kilt survey songs. What do you say now? Let's everybody dance. Here we go. Let's go, everybody.
Now, do you mind telling me what this is all about?
Have you been down to the train wreck?
No.
Well, I have. I talked to a trooper about my son's car. He said it shouldn't have been moved until a thorough investigation had been made and it had been photographed. This wasn't done, was it, Sheriff? I thought not. It was removed and clues lost without authority. You didn't put that in your report, did you, Sheriff?
No, but I'd like to put my foot
Of
somewhere.
course you didn't. And I'll tell you why. You were protecting that Chase Winston. Covering him regardless of the effect it might have on others.
Chase was only trying to help. He's your son's friend. Probably the best one he ever had. Of course it wasn't in the report. What good would it do? Any kid can make a mistake, Mr. Wheeler, even yours.
But, Sheriff, it's my son that's missing. Let me ask you something else. Have you heard the reports about a giant lizard? Do you believe them?
I don't know, Mr. Wheeler. Doesn't seem possible.
Well, why not? There have been giants before.
That's true. But how could anything that big go unnoticed in this area?
Have you ever walked the length of Williams Wash?
No.
You know anybody that has?
No.
That area is so choked with underbrush, it isn't even good hunting ground. And I say it is possible for a giant lizard to have lived there for years without being seen. Now, if that is the case, my son's dead. So's Compton. I can't blame you for what's happened to Pat, but Compton's death is on your hands.
How did you come to that conclusion?
I'll tell you how. His truck was found only 2 miles beyond Pat's car. And if you'd investigated that area thoroughly, as you're paid to do, Compton might not have died. Well, now come on here. I want to show you something else. Now, something may have hit this car, but it didn't take the tires off. And where did those new white sidewalls on Chase Winston's hot rod come from?
Here, I guess. There was a towing charge against
He
us.
presumed the bill wouldn't be paid, so he borrowed the tires in the meantime?
Perhaps.
That's thievery, destroying evidence, and obstructing justice. Now, your last official act of office will be to arrest that boy and bring him in. and I'll go along to make sure that it's done.
What a jerk.
Hello, I'm Lance Pierce, and welcome to Hard Hitting with Lance Pierce. Well, tonight's episode, we've got something a little bit different. Instead of me, the hard-hitting, bring-them-to-their-knees journalist, interviewing someone here in my studio, the powers that be told me that we're going to change up things a little bit tonight, and I had to do a call-in show to you, the viewers. Now the numbers, I don't know the number, but it'll be posted somewhere on the screen, I think. What do they want me to talk about tonight? Well, being a horror host show, I guess I need to talk about horror movies, and why not? That's a pretty decent subject. Maybe get a little bit of controversy going on that. But what does Lance think about horror movies? What kind of horror movies does your old buddy Lance like? Well, I like the classics. You know, today's horror movies, violence, gore, gratuitous nudity. Hey, those aren't bad, actually. But anyhow, they miss the point of things today. Everything's shock value. Nothing's left psychological like it used to be back in the good old days. What about Vincent Price? Oh, now there was an actor. House on Haunted Hill, The Tingler, The Corman Stuff. Oh, what an actor. And what else do we have here? Oh, Christopher Lee. Hammer Films, of course. Nothing like Hammer Films. I tell you, today's vampires, this Twilight crap. Those mamby-pamby so-and-sos couldn't carry Christopher Lee's cape. Now, that was an actor for you. Okay. I think that Twilight stuff should be wrapped up and sent into the Twilight Zone, if you ask me. That's what needs to be done with that. Okay. Alright, they're telling me I've said enough for now, so I guess we need, somebody's actually calling in, so I guess we need to go to that call. Welcome to Lance Pierce. Okay. Hello, caller. You're on with Lance Pierce with Late Night Gripes, talking about horror movies. What's your take on horror movies?
Hey, dude, you're totally wrong. Today's horror films are the best. Dude, black and white.
Well,
come on, man.
caller,
That's so
first
lame.
How old are you?
Dude, I'm 16.
That's just as I expected there. You're one of those lame-brained teenagers smoking pot and drinking booze what you got with a fake ID. And I'm not a dude. I am Mr. Pierce, thank you.
Dude, what are you drinking? You think those moldy oldies...
Enough of that, caller. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. That's the sad state of things today. All right. We've got another caller. Okay, caller. Welcome to Late Night Gripes with Lance Pierce. What can I do for you tonight?
Yeah, well, we need 2 large pepperoni
Did you not
and black
hear me?
olive pizza.
This is Late Night Gripes with Lance Pierce, and we're talking about the sad state of horror movies today.
This isn't Daddy-O's pizza?
No. Do you have a comment on the topic, you idiot?
No. We just wanted a pizza.
Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Obviously, somebody's not paying attention, and it could be our call screener over there. Next caller, you're on.
Hello, Lance. This is Stan calling. I definitely agree that the older movies are better than the stuff that's being
caller,
put out today.
I'm glad that you appreciate the classics at least.
I think the thing that hurts these modern movies is the voices. I remember when I saw some Buster Keaton and Fatty Arbuckle
sir,
down at the
you're
Bijou.
really going
And that
back a
hot
bit
little number,
there.
Gertrude, was playing the piano.
Before my time,
I must have seen some of those movies 20 times. Yes, but then those talkies came in and Gertrude was out of a job.
Well, they're telling me that's about all the time we have for tonight. Hopefully we won't have to do this again, but sometimes it's out of my control. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm looking here at my schedule and I don't see it on here. Anyhow, I'm Lance Pierce. What was that? But anyhow, thanks for watching Hard Hitting with Lance Pierce on this special edition that they like to call Late Night Gripes with Lance Pierce. Good night, folks.
Hey, kids, a fellow dropped in over KILT the other day and played me a great new song. I thought it was just fine. I want to play it for you. We got a little pickup group together and cut a demo disc on it. I want to play it for you now and see what you think about it. By the way, the first person who identifies the singer on the record gets 2 free rides on my elephant in Bangkok, Siam. But you got to pay your own way over there and back. Okay, here it is now. See what you think of it.
I'll never promise not to stray, 'cause baby, I'm made of that way.
Hey, great.
No, baby, I'm made of that way.
This sucks. Put on the Weird Al Yankovic.
Well, I can give you golden fire. Yes, I can give you golden fire.
Get out your tar and feathers yet. I'm going to play the rest of it. How do you like it? Okay, who's the singer?
Elvis, one of the Everlys. Bill Darnell. Kate Smith.
Very funny, but you lose. Look, the same guy you hear singing on the record also wrote the song. Now, who is it? Does anybody know?
I don't know. Who is it?
Okay. It's going to come out on records in a couple of months, and you can find his name on the label.
Oh,
I know it is.
Who is it, Lisa? Come on, tell us.
Chev did it.
You
Kill
did
him.
it? Why didn't you say something?
You didn't tell us.
Well, I didn't know there was anything I'd want to admit to.
Come on up here, boy.
Come on.
Quiet, everybody. Also, over at the station the other day, Chase played me another little song. It's kind of different from this one. But I imagine with a little coaxing, you know, by hitting your hands together like this, he might give you a little preview of it. What do you say?
Oh no, not a ukulele. This can't be good.
And the Lord said, laugh, children, laugh. The Lord said, laugh. Children, laugh. The Lord said, laugh. Children, laugh. The Lord said, laugh. Children laugh.
I've had about as much laughing children as I could take. Someone's got to put it into this, and I'm just the lizard to do it.
And the Lord said, laugh. Children laugh. The Lord said, laugh. Children laugh. The Lord said, laugh. Children laugh. The Lord said, laugh. Laugh, laugh. And the Lord said, oh, laugh. Children laugh. The Lord said,
Just a minute.
Children laugh. The Lord
I love this song.
Children laugh. The Lord said, laugh. Laugh, laugh. And then the Lord, he said, I created for you a world of joy from out of the blue.
What'll it take to stop that thing?
I don't know, but I'm going down to the train wreck and get some troopers. If we pump enough lead into that thing, we may hit a vulnerable spot. Winter, you're going to have to give me a hand.
But how?
Keep these kids here. I don't want anybody roaming around.
Where are we going?
Storage shed. I've got an idea that might work.
You've been after this, now you've got it. You're deputized. Listen, kids, Winter's my deputy. You'll take your orders from him. Arrest anybody that tries to get away.
Can't I just shoot him?
Sheriff says this is a place to stay.
Well, we're not staying here.
That's right. I'll have to arrest anyone that leaves.
No, we're leaving.
Now, you take these keys and wait inside the office till I get back.
Grease is the word.
I told you to wait inside. Why don't you do what I tell you? I haven't got much time.
You're not going to leave me, Chess. I'm going to help.
Do you know what's in here? Nitroglycerin, enough to blow up half this town.
It doesn't matter. I'm still going to help.
Well, it is a small town.
All right. Now take these, hold them, and don't let them bump. And for heaven's sakes, don't drop them. Now hold those.
Boom! Haha, just kidding.
Boy, he went through here all right. Now, they generally travel in a straight line. Good Lord, he's hit the Blackwell home. That's where Missy is. Mrs. Blackwell! Missy! Mrs. Blackwell! Missy! Hang on to that nitro. We're cutting across.
Keep that stuff still. Do you want to blow us up?
There they are!
There is Missy!
Missy!
It's all right, Missy. It's all right. Lisa, get Missy and hold her down. Both of you lie flat.
Smell me some barbecue and lizard. Yum.
Are you all right?
I was scared, Chase.
That's okay, honey.
I tore my new dress.
Oh, we can get you a new dress.
100 dresses.
Everybody all right?
Yeah.
On the way back, we picked up his trail. Followed him across country. What did you hit him with?
My brand new 100% completed hot rod.
You'd have had to start in the next county to get up enough momentum to do that to him.
Not with 4 quarts of nitroglycerin riding with you. You rode across that rough field carrying nitro?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what could have happened to you?
It did. I lost my car.
Oh, don't worry about that. Railroad will be glad to buy you a new one.
Run, Chase, did you see it?
I sure did, Missy. You were really traveling.
I thought I told you to keep those kids up at the barn.
Well, how do you arrest a bunch of kids going in all different directions?
Do you realize what would have happened if that thing had turned back?
Same thing that happened to Pat. Sheriff, your job is a much bigger one than I thought. Since Compton's gone, I guess Chase is out of a job.
That's right.
Would you make it a point to have the boy come around and see me in the morning?
I'll bring him around in the morning.
Through the woods and the brush, and the mystery it creeps, lonely jalopies and even hitchhikers it seeks, always staying out of everyone whose sober sight, the giant Gila monster always there, day and night. So puzzled was everyone in that small town. A rich man's son and the farmer's daughter were not around. It would be best if they had ran off and eloped instead of going down that monster's throat. The poor sheriff does his best with a missing cow, but Rich Man Wheeler wants answers now. Old Man Harris loves to drive and have a belt. Chase has a French chick and a niece that tries to help. In the barn for the cats and the kittens, the platters are spinning. Then the monster crashes through, and it looks like he's winning. Chase loads up the nitro and throws caution to the wind. Oh my, the monster blows up. And then that's the end.
All right, everyone. There you have it. The 1959 classic thriller, The Giant Gila Monster.
After that Laugh Children Laugh song, I was starting to root for the lizard.
Unless it's Don Ho. Anytime someone grabs a ukulele in a movie like this, you know it's not going to go well.
Well, it's possible that the folks out there may have needed some of those tiny bubbles to get through this thing.
I don't know. I really enjoyed this movie.
See there, Nadia, some people appreciate the fine things that we show around here.
Since that last hit to the head I had, a lot of these films seem to be way more enjoyable.
That way you wear the helmet these days, take it.
Yes, I would take something like that to make this scene better. I would need to be hit in the head numerous times.
Well, my friends, it appears that time has claimed its prize, and we must once again say goodnight.
Wait, Uncle Edward.
Oh.
Have you heard any more from Bruce or anyone outside?
Oh, I almost forgot about that. But no, Nadia.
How can you forget, Uncle Edward?
I guess everyone must have just been imagining things, perhaps myself included.
That's
you
what
too,
I said from the
Brunhilde.
beginning.
Well,
Everybody
anyhow.
needs to just listen to me.
Of course. Well, anyhow, all of us here in the basement, hope you've enjoyed the show and have had some fun tonight. On behalf of Otto, Nadia here, and myself, as well as Brunhilde, and the rest of the crew here in the basement, we want to leave you with this. Whenever you see some long-forgotten bad old movie, some moldy, oldie, surreal cartoon, some psychotic shorts, or some groovy movie trailers, just remember it came from the basement. But, most importantly, stay weird, my friends. Just stay weird. And Otto, take us out of here, my friend.